Secret number 3, decide who you want to serve. So let me first of all deal with who I serve, and then let me talk about some of the concerns that people have around picking a particular segment of the market to work with. So I work with typically women who are age 40 to 65 plus. They're looking to lose 30 pounds or more, and that's for a specific reason. I'll speak about that in a moment. And they are open to coaching. And what I mean by coaching is not coaching as in we're doing some exercise and I'm talking about stuff and we're going backwards and forwards. I'm speaking about people who are open to actually sitting down and going through a full-on 30-40 minute coaching session around mindset, around diet, around exercise. Those characteristics, those things, that criteria makes up my ideal client. Something else I've not put on there in terms of your ideal client, who you want to serve, are people who also but have similar values that I have, similar values around family, around life in general. Their general outlook on life is very similar to mine, because when you have that, not just the demographic stuff and the things I've listed there, but also the human characteristics, it's going to mean when you're working with that client, you're going to get a far better connection with them, rather than just, female, want to lose 30 pounds and happy to be coached. If you've got those other things as well, those softer qualities, then it's going to make the whole experience a lot better for you and also for the client as well, and the chances are you can have a whole lot more success. So in this example here, I'm showing you Sue, 52 years of age, and she lost 71 pounds. So business owner, family, so we had interest, and it worked really well. Now the concern is, if you decide who you want to serve and you specifically go after attracting that type of person, does that mean you won't get other people coming to you? Does that mean you're going to be limited in terms of how you grow your personal training business? And I can understand that logic, I can understand that thinking, and possibly that fear that you're not going to get enough business coming in. And when I first started out, did I automatically just go, right, that's it, I'm doing weight loss for women over 40, 65? No, I didn't. I trained different sorts of people when I first started out. In fact, I was having this conversation in a personal training business group with a trainer out in America who was saying to me, he thought I was crazy and said, there's no way you can possibly just work with one type of client in a commercial gym, you go out of business. And what I went on to say to this fellow was, well, actually, when I first started, I did as what you're doing. I served a lot of different people. I remember I used to work at a local tennis club doing sports conditioning training. I did some back rehab stuff, but always at the back of my mind, I say always, as I got into personal training, I figured the market I wanted to work with was women 40 to 65 in the manner that I've just been describing. So I had that in the back of my mind. I was always working towards that. So over time, my marketing materials began to reflect that. The way I started educating people, I was educating more of that marketplace than I was any other marketplace. And eventually I started attracting more and more of those people. But here's the thing, I still work with men and I still attract men, and I work with men. And there's just one example of one client I've worked with, a chap called Andy, who lost 3 stone, 43 pounds, and there's a picture right at the bottom of the screen on that little cutaway of me at his wedding with his wife Kim. So please understand what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying if you're new to the business, I'm not saying you exclude everybody and you just try and work with just that target audience alone and don't work with anybody else. I'm saying have an idea of who you want to serve, try and work towards that. I accept the fact you may have to work with different types of people in the beginning, but ultimately I think the best way forwards, and I say it's a personal opinion, is decide who you want to serve and work with that target audience, because when you get to know them, understand them, their language, what their fears, their concerns are, it's going to be so much easier serving them than it is trying to serve a whole wide range of people. So that's secret number 3, decide who you want to serve.